Welcome to the Bucket Investor channel for a new weekly video where I review the financial markets and track my journey as a future professional investor. So we had last week on all the markets with closed weekly candles that I will be able to analyze, and we're gonna start by crypto, then we're gonna analyze Europe, then the US stock markets, and then at the end of the video I will present you my crypto opportunities that I've seen with my screeners and some of my Stoxx opportunities. So if you want to check that, you need to go until the end of the video. To begin with, you know that in the description you can join the Discord and download my trading journal with all the trades that I take. You are used to it if you watch all the weekly updates. So let's start with Bitcoin. There's nothing really interesting to say about Bitcoin except it's in this range right there, and as long as we're in this range, there's nothing much to do and to say on Bitcoin because, well, the point of range markets is that there is no clear direction. If you're familiar with the channel, you saw that I took the trade right there and rode the trend all the way up until I thought it was the time to exit. It was one of the best trend following I did on the crypto markets. I'm very proud of this trend following. So I bought this candle at the close of this candle and pre-shot this big red candle that we had right there. So yeah, I'm waiting for this range to do something. What I really would love to see, and many breakout traders would love to see, is maybe some consolidation and then boom, breakout and a retest, and I would enter either here or here. I would enter on the breakout, or what could happen is another impulse and then a consolidation, and that would be the dream for us trend followers and breakout traders, and that would take us to the September 2021. So yeah, at the moment, the guys who bought this right there were a little crazy because there is no clear stop loss and all that stuff. Well, it's not a great point to buy. I got trapped. Was that last week? Yeah, maybe it was last week. The bear trap on many of the assets. So yeah, on crypto, on Bitcoin, there's not much to do. However, on altcoins, I see some momentum. Of course, if you look at the weekly chart, you can see that we bounced on this support right there. This is the altcoin index, so it is an index for the altcoin market, just like the S&P 500 is the index for the USA stock market. We take this index so we can have a big idea of the big market cap altcoins. That is for the precision. Now, what do you see? It bounced on this support level that we had established on February 2021, and maybe it found a bottom with this bear trap, and I'd be very happy that we found a bottom. So right now what we're seeing is we are making now new highs compared to Bitcoin, that we have a range market. Now we're making new highs. The only issue, if you look at the 4-hour, is that there is a support level between the 338 and the 35 region, so we need to hold that. And if we get back into the range, well, it's signifying not any strength in the crypto market. I've been doing some trades on the 4-hour trend, because you can see that if you zoom in on the 4-hour, you have quite a nice trend and quite a nice trend trying to start. But now we're seeing this kind of double top that is not a sign usually of continuation rather than reversal. So yeah, altcoins are getting out of a range market, but there is no confirmation for now, and this is not where you go all in and try to make all your savings into crypto. If you had to put all your saving, if you were a crazy guy, you would either done that on the crypto crash or on the breakout of the huge base. But now I would not put all my savings. I would never do that, but if you were crazy enough to do it, I would not do it. Bitcoin dominance is very simply an indicator of the outperformance or down performance of Bitcoin. The more Bitcoin dominance rises, it means the more Bitcoin outperforms altcoins, and the more it goes down, the more it means altcoins outperform Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin dominance goes up, you want to be more in Bitcoin, less in altcoins, and on the opposite side, when it goes down, it means that you need to invest more into altcoins. And this big drop into the Bitcoin dominance was simply the alt season from March 21 to May 21. And at that time, you were right to be into altcoins. And now, if you've been into altcoins, your altcoins were destroyed much, much worse than Bitcoin actually is. So yeah, this is really our indicator to know in which thing is going to perform the best. And now there is no clear outperformance. The both indicators are in kind of a rising wedge, which would mean that next we break the rising wedge down and altcoins will start outperforming Bitcoin. We don't know, we don't anticipate the breakouts, we trade what we see, but we can trace this rising wedge and we'll see what happens in the future moments. All right, that was altcoins. Now we're gonna go on stocks. I'm just gonna show you the European index, which is the Stoxx 600, that is making new all-time highs. That is, we're all very happy Europeans making money in this bull market. I'm not making money, I'm not in profits into my stocks account because I lost money during this range market right there, and I try to get back to the levels I was before losing money. That's the joy of being a swing trader and a learning swing trader, is that you need to set your strategy, and I'm still figuring out some stuff on stocks, and I'm still not the best stock trader. I think on crypto I'm pretty good, and I'm starting to get how to enter, how to exit, and what are the best structures to find on crypto. Whereas on stocks, I'm still not the best trader on stocks, and I still need to work. But you can see that on the European market, we have a nice bull market with a fake bearish signal that we have right there. And now we're keep moving up, and every single European country has its stock market going up. The ones that are performing the best are the Nordic countries, and the ones that are performing the worst are the southern European nations such as Italy, Spain, and Portugal. But if you're not European, you're not interested. Next, we go to the US, and we have a range, a break. I forgot to put on the weekly candle. We have two weekly neutral right there, but this one is the one of this week, and this one right there is a weekly doji, so it means a break on the market. Nothing really interesting for the US market. This is the S&P 500, so it's tracking the 500 biggest companies, and the bigger the company, the more weight it has in the index. But there is something more interesting that I found, is the RSP. What is the RSP? It's an equal weighted S&P 500, and you can see that it's much more clear that when you are equal weighted, the market, the USA market, was in a range since May 2021. Why is this important? It means that actually, if you look at the S&P 500, you are going to see the S&P 500 going up, but actually, if you look at individual stocks having the independent weight in the index, it's not going up. There is a range market, and now we're breaking out of this range market. And if you looked at the individual stocks for all that period, you would have seen they were not actually going up. The only stocks that were going up into that period were the big caps, such like Amazon, Microsoft, Facebook, Google, and all that stuff. So the market was really driven by the biggest capitalizations of the US market. In Europe, it was much more the mid caps, that the small and the mid capitalizations that make the market rise. However, in the US, it was completely the opposite. If you look at the MID, which is the S&P 400, it's the index of the mid caps, you can see that it's been actually downtrending since May 2021. You would not believe that looking at the S&P 500, but actually the stocks that were going up in the S&P 500 were the biggest capitalizations, not the mid caps and the smaller big capitalizations. You need to know where the money goes and where to invest, because I tried to invest into mid caps during that period, and I eventually got stopped on almost all of my positions. And I didn't understand why I would do that, but because the market was bullish. But actually, no, the market was not bullish. Mid caps were into a correction. So Learn how to figure out which opportunities are the best. And I want to show you one of the trade I took that I'm very, very happy with. Where is it? It's right there. It's a trade on the Swedish stock market. You have a nice configuration for a very, very nice future trade. Maybe I already did a video on another trade that I showed that looked a little bit like that. That was on what it was called, TULAV, a Finnish stock. Now it's a Swedish stock and it's looking very good. We are getting out of a very, very long base, of a yearly base. I think, you have, what's a base? A base is simply a huge range where nothing really happens. And this range is from 2014, and we've broken out of this range with absolutely tremendous volume. This is the kind of setups many swing traders are looking at, because it has a tremendous potential. What you're looking at, usually there are pump and dumps, but what happens, there are some stocks that break with volume. There's a news, maybe the company has something new, maybe they have seen absolutely crazy earnings, maybe they opened to a new market, maybe they discovered a new product. You don't care about fundamental analysis. What's really important to me is how the price reacts to possible news. And you see that the price broke above the level, and the stock went from from 2 Swedish kronas to 8 Swedish kronas, which would be like 2 cents of euros from 8 cents of euros, because Swedish kronas and euros is Swedish krona, it's 10 times more than euro. Well, that's not important. What we really want to see is the price action. You can see that I've taken a trade right there with a stop loss below the previous low from the consolidation, and I'm hoping the price is going to go very high. This kind of configuration can make the price go very high. Of course, it's always probabilistic. Otherwise, I would sell my house and buy this stock, and I would become a billionaire. If it was that simple, I agree with you. The thing is, you spot configurations like that into bull markets, you repeat them, repeat, and at the end of the year, you are supposed to have made more money than the actual people investing into the index. That's the strategy. Of course, the execution is a little bit harder. I can show you another position I have on the USA stock market. It's a post-earning announcement drift trade. What is post-earning announcement drift? Is simply trading the earnings report. You have a stock which has a clear... You have a stock that have a clear resistance level, and you are seeing that there is going to be the earnings published, and you're like, well, I'd set a trigger buy order, so as if the earnings are positive and drives the price above the resistance, I'll be able to be taken into the stock and then ride the future trend that is being created with a much higher probability than if it was a normal breakout. So if you have a clear resistance, a beautiful pattern with a copper handle, you have a breakout with post earnings with volume, you are into the best configurations into the markets. So this is really the kind of stocks that I'm trying to look at, and I have a whole bunch of them, many stocks that I have on the US market and on the European markets. If you are interested into them, please tell me in the comments. If you want the trading list, I will only give them if you ask. I won't give them just for the sake of giving them. And I have also seen some nice 4-hour opportunities on crypto. So just sharing these 4 opportunities before my computer explodes. I'm waiting for some profits on my trading account to change computer, because my computer is starting to become really slow and it's absolutely annoying. So yeah, I have this BAR Tether USD trade, possible trade if it breaks above the resistance level with volume. You can see we're consolidating in a bullish trend. That is a trend follower's dream. I have also RSR, which has a bullish trend consolidation, same thing. I have ATM, bull market consolidation, and I have ACM, which is breaking out actually. That's great. It's breaking out actually. If you draw the close line, you can see that the trade is maybe possible in 2 hours 52 minutes. I will maybe take the trade long on the close right there. Stop loss below the previous low. Up, just like that, and then try to ride the trend and make as much money as possible. So yeah, that's my trades. If you want the trading lists on the opportunities I have on the European markets, the US market, and crypto markets, ask them in the comments, and if enough people ask them, well, I might share my lists. If you want to know more how I see my opportunities, if you want to see more of my trades, if you want to download my trading journal, subscribe to the channel and go into the description. You will find more information about me. Follow me on Twitter also, that'd be great. Thank you so much for watching. I might enter on this one right there because it's starting to show strength. Thank you so much and see you next week. Have good trades. Goodbye.